Hi there guys, it's Morgan here with another daily draft. We are where we take Magic one draft at a time. This is a pretty interesting pick because it's got Collected Company, which I'm pretty sure is still worth quite a few tickets. Looking that up really quick. Yeah, this is what I do. Collected Company worth 3.5 tickets. Alright. Is that worth it? It's not actually going to make my deck, so I'm going to say no. Here, I'm going to take the Twin Bolt. Twin Bolt is a premium 2-mana removal spell. It's, I mean, it's probably not nearly as good as, like, Ambuscade Shaman, but Ambuscade Shaman requires a specific deck to be good, whereas Twin Bolt is just good in general. Okay, I'm going to take the Irish Shaman. There's also an Akut Cobra here. Pacifism. Flatten. Holy cow. Do I want this Irish Shaman really? I kind of want one of these two cards. I mean, I like Ukud Cobra as much as the next girl. That's a pretty hot card. I think I'm just gonna take the Irish Shaman though. Like, oh my goodness. Removal spell, creature that doubles as removal. I think I take the Ukud Cobra, actually. Irish Shaman is good, it's a nice aggressive card, but I'd rather have the Cobra or the Flatten. We're gonna take the Cobra. Ha! Who was right? Morgan was right. There's also a Twin Bolt in this pack. Holy cow. We're passing so much red. Rakshasa Gravecaller is just the nut, though. I've won a few games just on the back of resolving 2 of them. So, yeah, I'm going to take it. There's also a Twin Bolt, Vulture Save, and Hand of Silumgar in here in our colors. Press the Advantage is probably the only good card in another color. Dermoko Monument seems fine, but it's not great. So I'm going to pass that. Here, I'm happy taking a Vulture Saven. It's a quality black card. It has some good effects. I'm not sure if I'm actually red. I've been passing quite a lot of red, and I'd rather take something like a CDC's Faithful should the opportunity arise. I don't really like black-white, and I don't really like playing white in general, so I'm going to take the CDC's Faithful. There's also a Hardened Berserker. Marshulk is okay, but definitely taking CDC's Faithful. I think it's incredibly underrated. Here, I think I'd rather have the Zephyr Scribe than Marshulk, Negate, or Summit Prowler. They're fine cards. Zephyr Scribe tends to be more useful though, and these Summit Prowler is actually surprisingly good, but Marshulk is filler, so I'd rather take the filler that draws me cards. So yeah, maybe not playing this Twin Bolt, although if we get past more quality red, we can definitely keep our eyes open. Let's see. What cards do we want? Things that can be sacrificed. Palace Familiar would be sweet. I think I'd rather have a Kolgan Skirmisher than a Zephyr Scribe. It's definitely making the cut as of right now. It's a 2-drop. I could sacrifice it to my creatures. Yeah, I think I'd take that. Here, I'd much rather have a Gurmag Drowner than a Defeat. Defeat is a fine card, kills morphs, but I wouldn't be really happy to play it. Whereas Gurmag Drowner makes me happy, just in general. So I'm going to take that. Sidisi's Faithful Wield, which tells me that nobody really truly understands how awesome that card is. Twin Bolt looks like is getting tossed to the wayside in favor of one of my favorite archetypes, blue-black control. Surge of Righteousness is a great sideboard card, so we are going to haterino that one. Excuse me. So yeah, picking up Palace Familiars, more Grave Callas, maybe an ultimate price. Butcher's Glee is incredibly good with Death Touch creatures. So, I think I just take the Pinion Feast here because it's the one that says kill something. That was the incredibly awkward pack. Double Kindled Fury. Let me tell you, I'm sure people were super excited to see that. I kind of want to just take Mirror Mockery here because it combos really well with all of our exploit creatures. We're gonna try it. I didn't even notice that was in a pack. Like the first time, that was probably a pack with like, excuse me, Vulture Saving or something in it. Yeah, Mirror Mockery. Oh my goodness, that seems so good. Yeah, stick it on a Rakshasa Gravecaller. Oh man, dress. Okay, I'm not going to play it, most likely. Oh man, we wield the Marsh Hulk too! This one goes out to all my Marshall Sutcliffes out there. I will happily play this card. Honestly, the thing about Marsh Hulk is, no, vengeance is his sole purpose. First of all, he's a Yeti, or an ogre, but he looks like a Yeti. It's fine on turn 3, especially in the black decks that have things like Vulture Saving and Rakshasa Gravecaller that want things to sacrifice. It's also fine on turn 6 when you can play it as a 4/6 and just block the hell out of some creatures. It's also pretty good on turn 7 where you turn it face up and it's just a big ol' beatstick. So here I'm definitely going to take the Ojutai summons. Sight Beyond Sight is a fine card, but it really doesn't do a whole lot unless you already have like complete control of the board. Karsi Sadist is an okay card. It's not super exciting to me. Definitely really like Ojutai summons in this deck, especially where I can get away with playing like a couple 5-mana spells. Here, Volcanic Vision, wow. We're gonna get blown up at some point, probably. I'm gonna take another Vulture Saving though. The 2-drops don't really impress me. I don't feel like taking any of these other cards. Cutting Breeze Dancer is not like something I'm willing to splash. So yeah, taking the Vulture Saving. Here, Pristine Skywise is something I would consider splashing. Although, Ojutai Interceptor and Butcher's Glee might be better. Nah. I kind of just, yeah, we're going to take this Pristine Skywise. It's a great finisher. It pairs, well, it doesn't pair up well, but we also have this Ruthless Death Fang that pairs up well with our Sidisi's Faithful, especially alongside our Vulture Saving, Scarebreak Drowner, and Gravecaller. No guarantees that we're playing this Pristine Skywise, but Skywise is a pretty decent card, not gonna lie. Yeah, things we're definitely going to be looking for in Pack 3 are Jeskai Sages and especially Sultai Emissaries. Maybe Right Into Being. I mean, we're still pretty early into this deck, so we might get some more good stuff. Hopefully. Fingers crossed, right? Incidentally, this deck has 12 creatures in it already, which I found is pretty typical of the control-y decks, especially now that I have two, well, one and a half dragons. Definitely happy taking the Silumgar Scorn. Palace Familiar is a great pickup here. I like Reckless Imp, but definitely happy to take this Palace Familiar. Reckless Imp is generally better in aggressive decks. Excuse me. Yeah, 13 creatures plus the Ojutai summons, which is technically creatures. I like Coat with Venom a lot. Elusive Spellfist is fine, but we have other options for us in that spot. Coat with Venom is just very, very good. Skyway's Teachings isn't going to wheel, unfortunately, but it's another sweet card for this archetype. But yeah, we're going to take this Coat with Venom. For sure. I'm trying to take this Coat with Venom. Card. Select, please. Okay, well, we're just gonna wait for it to time out then. Coat Venom. Hey! Oh, wow, that is a late Sabertooth Outrider. Could take Evolving Wilds. I think that's actually the pick here. There's also an Ojutai Monument, but I'd rather take the Wilds. As I think it's a little bit more reliable. In addition, we already have a couple of things to do on turn 3, and especially on turn 4, so yeah, Wilds is fine. Sight Beyond Sight Wield, which I'm going to take. Hedonist Trove, not even worth considering. It's... ugh, yuck. Durger Nemesis is fine, but definitely happy with this Sight Beyond Sight. Venom. You can see I'm kind of moving... oh my goodness, my mouse is a spaz. You can see I'm kind of moving Code Venom away from the bulk of my cards. It's... as well as like Silumgar Scorn and Mirror Mockery. Here, pretty easily just taking this Anticipate. I might even make the cut, although I'm not super excited to play a 2-mana do nothing card. But if we run low on 2 drops, then I'll definitely end up playing it. Alright. Yeah. Because these cards over here are not things that we are planning on playing necessarily on curve. So it's nice to have them separated so that we can see our actual curve and see that we're kind of top heavy right now, but we'll get over it. Okay, this Mind Rot is going into our sideboard. And my mouse is dying. Good to know. Thanks for letting me, giving me some warning, mouse. I will be happy to take a Contradict. There's a good chance I won't play it, but I'll be fine with it. Dance of the Skywise is not great, but fine. Yeah. Not excited about that Mind Rot either. Woo! Whisperwood Elemental is worth something, right? Kind of feel bad about looking for it, but... the other cards that I could see playing, Meringue River Prowler, Aven Surveyor, Typhoid Rats. It's $6. Yeah, I think I'll take it. Not actually doing anything with it, but yeah. Here we have the option between Noxious Dragon, Monastery Siege, Typhoid Rats. I'm gonna take the Monastery Siege. It seems like it doesn't do anything, but drawing 2 cards a turn is very useful. Here, it's between Cloudform and Reach of Shadows. There's also a Tranquil Cove for the Pristine Skywise. I think that we want this Cloudform. Nah, we'll take the Reach of Shadows. Reach of Shadows is pretty important in that it's removal, which we are currently running very short on. Like, it's all creatures, basically. You can go over there. Monastery Siege, you can go over here too. Monastery Siege also gives us a coveted thing to do on turn 3. Which, again, running a little short on. Ooh! Aven Surveyor. Our 5 slot is going to be stacked. I'm happy to take it. The bounce effect is pretty strong in a deck like this. Do I want to take another one? Yeah, I kind of do. There's also a Typhoid Rats, but if this was a 2-drop, I'd maybe consider it. Yeah, we're going to take this Aven Surveyor. It's a flyer too, which makes it just super good. Interesting. Here, it's between the Frostwalker, the Skullkeeper, and the Right Into Being. The Frostwalker is interesting because sacrificing it will trigger Ruthless Death Thing, but I think I'd rather have Right Into Being. We're not looking to trigger Ruthless Death Thing that badly. Although, if we get past a really late Merciless Executioner somehow, I'd be very happy with that. Man, I'm just imagining putting a Mirror Mockery on Rakshasa Gravecaller. Just, excuse me. Wow, that would be super fun, and I look forward to doing that. Oh, no, come back, Aven Surveyor. I need you. Here, we'll probably end up playing Silumgar Scorn. We want all of these high drops. Maybe not playing Sight Beyond Sight, though. Gurmag Angler is good in this deck, given all of the things that we were planning on doing. Here, Silumgar Scorn is definitely the cut. Kind of wish I had picked up the 2-drop rather than the Right Into Being, but hopefully we get something along those lines back. We haven't gotten a single Jeskai Sage or Sultai Emissary, which is worth noting, if only because I am very sad about it. But hey, you know, we have Aven Surveyors, Gurmag Anglers, just really sweet cards. Here, I will take this Renowned Weaponsmith and be very glad for it. Renowned Weaponsmith is one of those 2-drops that I was lamenting our lack of, so nice to have it. Welcome to the team. Mirror Mockery might be too gimmicky, but I really wanted to give it a shot. Oh my goodness. Gotta cut this Anticipate, I think. We don't really have anything that interacts with it. I could be cutting Zephyr Scribe, but that just seems wrong. I don't want any of those higher drops, so I'm just going to add this Hungry Yeti to my sideboard. Hooded Assassin is something I can see siding in against more aggressive decks. Rakshas's Disdain, same thing except for against control decks. We didn't wheel any of the Avon surveyors that we saw, which makes me glad that we have the one. I don't think we're wheeling the Tranquil Cove either, but having the Evolving Wilds and the Right into Being make me pretty confident that we can play this Pristine Skywise. And I'm definitely playing this Mirror Mocker, you guys. I have to. It's just calling to me in a very attractive way. I'm gonna take the Ethereal Ambush because I feel like that's the biggest blowout in that pack. Same thing. Yeah, I think that taking out... Oh man, Skullkeeper wheeled. Okay. And Enhanced Awareness? Sweet. Enhanced Awareness, gonna get cut. Skullkeeper is good with Angler. You have to cut something still? Oh, that's sad. We still have, like, very little to do on turn 3, don't we? We could play a Sidisi's Faithful, I suppose. Or a Marshulk. We could cut the Pristine Skywise, but I think that it's just strong enough to make me want to play it anyway. I could cut Renowned Weaponsmith, but I'd rather keep it in as one of those, coveted 2-drops, which I think is more important anyway. Maybe I just cut the Marshulk. I already have a lot of low drops, or like higher end stuff. Yeah, I think Marshulk is the right cut. Because our other 3s are just so much more powerful. We're going to add some basic lands now. 1 plains, and take that down a notch or 3. Actually, we'll put that one up. Because all of our, initial plays are blue. Most of our other, our top end is blue as well. So yeah, we'll give that a shot. Nah, oh, I need another swamp. I can't go without one more swamp. Cancel. Yeah, so we'll submit this, and I'll see you guys in round 1.